everybody. This is Tony here with ARO-Online, and I am out hiking the Lake Vesuvius Backpack Trail in Wayne National Forest. It is a nice day. Temperatures are in the mid-70s right now, high of around 80 or thereabouts. Drove in the 5 hours from my house this morning. So I got up about 4 a.m., got here just about 10. So why'd I choose this trail to hike? Well, just kind of using my home as a central point, I just kind of decided to look around and see what longer trails were in the area that I had not hiked before, that were within about 5 hours, give or take, of my house. You know, this is one, Red River Gorge is another in Kentucky, and Shawnee National Forest in southern Illinois are all places that I kind of landed on, and just doing research, I couldn't find enough information about any distance trails quickly on Shawnee, so I've removed that one from now. I'm going to do more research on it. It was just kind of a toss-up between this and Red River Gorge. So I just basically picked this. So my goal for today, depending on how the weather holds up, is to get probably, I'd like to get to 15 miles today. May not happen, but I'd like to have a short day tomorrow so I can get home and see the family, because then I have to leave on another trip on Friday. So today's Wednesday, so I just kind of want to power through today as much as possible, and then have an easier day tomorrow, but we'll see how I feel. So the first more than 10 mile day I've done this year. My max lifetime in a single day is 20 miles. Man, there are cobwebs everywhere on this trail. But we'll see, with it being a new trail for me and a longer distance day than I've been working towards. Nice view here. That's beautiful. Cool rock formations, rock outcroppings. Very cool. We are forecasted for rain. It's partly cloudy, a lot of sun actually right now, but forecasted for rain over the next few hours. And not looking forward to that. What I am looking forward to is the hope that it'll take some of this humidity out of the air. 'Cause it's really not that hot. It's not even 80. But holy cow, is it humid. And at least on this side of the trail, not getting really any wind. So that kind of stinks. I am going to break out my hat because these cobwebs are ridiculous. I had read reviews on all trails and a few places like that where people were complaining about the cobwebs, but they were not joking. Okay, we're here at the junction. There's a lot of signs everywhere. Backpacking Trail is up the hill here, Lakeshore straight ahead. And here's a sign with way too many of those markers on here. But we're gonna follow uphill. We are following the yellow diamond from here on out until we join back up with the backpacking trail a little bit later. I definitely recommend wearing pants on this trail. You can see it gets tight and tall, and there's definitely poison ivy along the trail, so cobwebs haven't been quite as bad up here on the ridge. But as I say that, I walk through another one, so something you just have to deal with out here. Well, it's not that big of a deal to me. It's annoying for sure, but while it's not that big of a deal, some people might have that find that to be a little more unnerving. So I showed on the first part of the trail that there was it was very tight. After I crossed the road onto the other side of the road, the trail becomes basically a vehicle path, as you can probably see, and it's been fantastically wide and fairly level, so moving along a little bit faster right now. So there's lots of signs of forest fire on these trees on this side, but not on this side. So I'm not sure if there was a controlled burn and they decided to burn, you know, down that side, or if there was just a natural forest fire and they were able to contain it because of this road. It's a nice view. I feel the flowers back there that I just came through was buzzing with bees. I mean, it sounded like 100 bees. It was so loud. Thought about filming it for a minute and then just kind of, you know, I'm not far enough into my hike to be taking that chance right now. So hike update, come down off the ridge. I think I was just up there. The road was just down there, and I think now I can see the lake again. Hike so far has been all right. Outside of that initial climb onto the backpacking trail, there's been minimal ups and downs, nothing that would concern just about anybody. Still lots of cobwebs. On the other side, had very few mosquitoes. So I don't know if sheer number of cobwebs is killing all the mosquitoes or what, but I'll take it. I'll take wearing a few cobwebs over getting destroyed by mosquitoes like I did a couple weeks ago. So speed wise, I'm not moving too fast. Really maybe just slightly under 2 miles an hour right now. hoped to average about 2 miles an hour. So since this hasn't been very difficult, I'm a little bit disappointed with that right now. Hopefully I can pick up the pace a little bit. I'd like to be getting into camp, I don't know, between 5 and 7 in that time frame. So I guess I'd like to shoot for 6 o'clock, just so I have some time to eat dinner and then probably crash, have an early night. Some cool rock face here. Hopefully that comes through all right. I know that I'm already feeling a little bit sore in my hip for whatever reason. I have had hip issues when I first start getting back into hiking. I'm not sure if it's a stride thing, weight thing. I don't really know what it is at this point in time. But this hip, my left hip, is hurting me just a little bit, and I feel like I've slowed down. Scubby cat. I'm guessing bobcat scat. Seen a couple piles of that recently, so it's good to know that they're here. I have come up to a campsite here. This might be a good place for me to take a break. It's basically 1 o'clock. Yeah, I think I'll take a break here. Okay, quick change of plans. So I sat down at that campsite and was getting ready to take my shoes off. I looked down and my pants, I bet you I had 30 ticks on my pants, and I was killing them and picking them off, and they just kept appearing. So I don't know if they were dropping out of the tree on me, or if I had just happened to walk through like a really bad spot on the trail. But I mean, I knew I wasn't going to be able to be comfortable sitting there and just trying to eat, no shoes on, no socks on, no real protection from the ticks. So I'm gonna push on, see if I can't come to another spot that maybe isn't as bad. So it looks like you get your first shot at some water. It ain't much. Oh, whew. Now I gotta change my drawers. Gotta change the old drawers after that. Ooh, boy. So I just came from down here, and here's the sign, and it looks like it goes that way and that way, but in reality it goes that way. So it's hard to see this part of the trail because the sign's kind of at an angle So it almost looks like it could be pointing to either side of these trails, or either one of these trails. So if you're just kind of look and see that, and see the nice open path that's mowed, it'd be pretty easy to just go that way. They are marked there, and then down there is a horse trail. So this is a horse trail. Let's go. So here on my GPS, you can see where I'm at. So if I go that way, I can go just deeper on the backpacking trail. But I think I'm going to take this horse trail to connect back over here. There's kind of two reasons why. First, my hip is bothering me quite a bit. So I think almost 20 miles in one, basically, 15 in one day and then 5 the next, or 3 the next, or whatever. Probably a little bit ambitious for this early in the season for me. If I'd been hiking year round, I may not feel that way. So I'm going to take this connector and connect back up. The other reason is the sheer number of ticks on me. Irritating. Every time I look down, there's at least 2 on me, at least. So I'm going to take this horse trail. I believe it should connect me to the other side of the backpacking trail and the lake shore trail. And I'm just gonna probably, unless I find a fantastic campsite on that side, I'm probably just gonna finish it up and either, depending on what time it is that I finish, either sleep in my car or drive home. Well, I'm glad I walked up this way. Definitely a horse camp, but thought I was gonna grab a seat on one of these logs, one of those logs back there, and then look up. Ta-da! Not bad. A lot of people's trash though. I'm gonna sit down since I don't have stuff all around me where ticks could be hiding. Sit down, maybe grab a bite to eat, take my shoes off, reevaluate what I'm doing. I still think I'm gonna cut it short. It's just a matter of, do you stay someplace like this, or do you just get back out on the trail and finish it up? So we'll figure that out here in a few, and I'll get back with you. Well, in case you think I'm exaggerating on the tick issue here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's at least 5 embedded in my leg. Maybe 6. And when I took the pant leg off, there was 2 immediately there, plus another, 10 crawling on my pant leg on the outside. I haven't even taken off the other pant leg yet, but I think I need, jeez, see if I can do that. Just everywhere. well, I gotta check. Get my tick key out, try to take care of this stuff. Alright, so this sucks. So I don't want to leave early, but I also don't have, I'm also kind of defeated because of not doing the upper section of the trail. I've cut that loop out basically. I've done 7 some odd miles so far, and basically I've cut the trail with like a horse trail that acts as a connector between the outgoing and ingoing sides of the loop. If I had done the remainder of the loop, this campsite would be fantastic to just stay at. So part of me thinks rest a little bit longer, hike back, finish that loop, and spend the night right here. The other part of me says these ticks are ridiculous, and I did not plan ahead enough for that, and I should have known better. So anyways, what do I want to do? I think it's just too early to set up camp here. So I think I'm gonna hike in. All right, all packed up, ready to go. I did get out my other hiking pole. Use that, see if that won't help my hip. Not sure why I didn't think to get it out earlier. The walking was not super steep, and that's kind of the only time I really even tend to think about using a hiking pole. So I just left it in my pack, and then I got here and I was like, oh, I had that, idiot. So I'm gonna use this, see if that doesn't help out, and head back up here to the backpacking trail, and we're gonna hike it in. I've been walking through this tall grass for quite a while. There's some cool rock formations over there, undercut, but I have a feeling if it were wet, this section of the trail would be awful. So we got water over here. These cool, I guess, bluffs or whatever you want to call them over here. So that's pretty neat. Lakeshore trail. Not bad. About what you expect. Backpacking trail. Where's the trail? Holy cow. Looks to me like people don't typically use this side of the trail. They might use the other side and then do the lakeshore on the back side, which is actually what I originally intended on doing. but I want the extra distance, so I'm gonna go ahead and blaze this thing. Good thing I put on the extra bug spray. Hopefully it helps keep the ticks away, because tick country right through here, buddy. I don't know how well it's showing up on video here, but there's a pretty good sized cave over there. I can't tell how deep it is, but it's deep enough that I can't see the back wall. That's pretty cool. I will say, if you're at all into geology and you know, rock formations and things like that, this is a pretty cool place to come, for sure. I haven't, you know, the backpacking trail, I haven't really had any views of the lake since half mile in, but I've passed a number of cool like bluffs or cutouts or outcroppings or whatever, so that's pretty cool. Whew. All right, so just finished the climb up away from the creek or lake, and that was the hardest climb of this entire trip. It was a good climb. If my hip wasn't bothering me, I get you nice and warmed up. Not overly difficult. So just came up, you turn a corner, and it's different kind of woods up here, but look at all this blowdown. It's crazy. Somebody's set up camp here. There's a lot of people's trash on this trail. They did not do a good job of packing it in and packing it out. But they must have had a tornado or some really strong winds that came through and just destroyed this place. So I haven't been filming much because I was just kind of trying to go. The ups and downs, even the little ones, have been just killing my hip. When I'm walking flat, it's not so bad. But just walked up here, walked from there to here, and there was probably a 3 foot long, maybe a little bit longer snake. Just waited until I got right on top of him before he jumped into the bushes, but scared the living daylights out of me. Got the old adrenaline flowing, that's for sure. But yeah, I just kind of came down off the ridge, at least part way. I don't think I've come all the way down. And the creek bed, no water in it. So I've just been hiking through this. Not a whole lot to report on. I would say if you're new to backpacking, this is a challenging hike. Not from the aspect of lots of scrambles, although the down trees do suck. But from a perspective of not really much water that you come across, so you probably need to carry more than you think you should. The trail itself is okay, but definitely provides plenty of ups and downs. I think there's somewhere between 2,000 and 3,000 feet of elevation change on the trail. So it's probably, I think it's rated moderate in general, but I'd say if you're newer, maybe stick to the Lake Vesuvius, the Lakeshore Trail, instead of the backpacking trail. So it just occurred to me that I've been hiking since 10 a.m. It's 4 p.m. I have yet to pee since I've been on trail. I peed right before I started. So clearly not drinking enough. And you know, I'm just sweating buckets, and I don't sweat very much typically. Even though I didn't want to get wet, I almost wish those storms had come through, because maybe it would have taken a little bit more of the moisture out of the air. This is rough. I'm just feeling this breeze come through. It's like a 1 mile an hour breeze, but it feels like heaven right now. So I'm probably 1.5 miles at most from being done. So we'll get going and finish this guy up. Alright, so we're getting really close. See the lake down there? I don't know that the camera's going to pick it up real well. I should be crossing the Lakeshore Trail within the next 1/4 mile or so, and then it's about I don't know, 1/2 mile to the car. It's cool chimneys up here. I guess there was a house up here at one point. These things are massive. There's you a place to camp. Pretty cool. Alright, so I am at the lake, at the dam. I'm gonna go across the dam down here along that boardwalk to my car. It's about, I don't know, maybe at the most 1/2 mile. I've done about 10, a little over 10 right now, so end up being about 10.5 total. So my car is right up there. That means we are done. So I really appreciate you coming along for the hike with me, and hope you enjoyed it. I know plans changed and I turned it into a day hike as opposed to an overnighter, but the reality is I wasn't just dealing with pain in my hip, like soreness in my hip. It's like a stabbing pain, like somebody's jabbing me with a knife. And I just didn't want to risk that being worse in the morning. So I really appreciate you coming along with me. As always, if you enjoyed what you saw, like, share, subscribe, leave comments below, and I will post details of the hike itself on my webpage, ARO-Online.net. Again, this has been Tony with ARO-Online, and thanks for coming along with me.